Gotta not die, gotta not die. Ooh, I need the sparks back. Oh! Hey, it's part 2 of Spyro the Dragon, the one and only dragon. How's everybody doing, everybody? I'm doing just fine. I'm doing right. I'm doing okay. I'm doing just fine. I'm feeling just fine. We got Toasty. I don't know what that is, but the level just opened up for us. We did Stone Hill. We did Dark Hollow. I just have to know if there's anything else that we may have to. This takes us to the blimp, correct? It sure does, which we could take right now because we only needed to save 11 or 10 dragons, and we saved 11. So we're looking all right there on that front. I don't. Is there another level, or was it just these two? Oh wait, what's over here? No, over here was the what we just went. Yeah. So where was there? There's a level over here, right? Right? I'm just making sure. The last thing I want to do is be wrong. Yeah, town square. Okay, that's what I thought. I knew there was a third level here somewhere. Let's go to the town square. Let's get a baguette. Let's. I know parking's terrible in the town square, but you know, we can park like down the street or something probably, and then we'll be all well and good. And we'll get some baguettes or something. We'll have a nice little dinner, nice little meal, you and me. We'll get to talk. We'll get to corroborate our stories about how we've been doing. I'll let you talk second. I'll go first. Right after we rescue Nils. And I snort snot, which is really gross. Sorry. Still repairing. Got tons of meds and stuff over here that I take to make sure I'm all well and good and I don't die. I see gems down here that I didn't pick up. Don't want to miss those, that's for sure. Alright, so yeah, like I said, I had a long summer, and I did a lot of stuff. I told you about Pittsburgh, which was really good. Oh, I will remind you all that if you're not a Patreon supporter, you can, if you were ever thinking of it or something, now would be a good time because there's a bunch of content up there from this past summer, like actual videos and like little vlogs of like what I did. There's one of when I went to Pittsburgh and like checked out Anthrocon and everything, and that was like totally pretty cool actually. So there's actually footage of that you can go check out. There's a situation where I went to Canada for the day. I went to Canada a few times over the summer because Canada's literally like right there, which is another thing some people don't know, which is that Canada like is literally about a 10-minute drive from where I live. So I usually go there a lot. It's like not like really that big of a deal, but one situation I detailed on the Patreon vlog was how sometimes when you're going to Canada and it's say a weekend or something, it'll be backed up. Like the border crossing will be really backed up. There'll be a lot of cars. It'll take you a very long time to get over. So one time I did a vlog of how long it took us to get over on, I don't remember if it was a Saturday or a Sunday, but basically traffic was super backed up and it took us for fucking ever to get over. And so that's really fun. And there's actually footage of the Canada side as well, but like the first half of that vlog is literally just us sitting in the car showing you how long it takes to get over on a really busy day. And oh god, what is you? Okay, just making sure you're all right there, buddy. Well, he's not all right yet. He died. I killed him. Then there was another one where we went to this place in well, we were going to Albany, New York as like a 2-day trip, and near Albany was the Adirondacks, and we went to this place called the Adirondack Animal Park, which was unbelievably amazing. This place was super cool. It was basically like a zoo, except it lets you do all the things a zoo doesn't let you do, which is actually touching and feeding all the animals. Pretty much every exhibit lets you do that. You could, like right when you go in, like when you buy it, like for the entrance, they ask you if you want to buy food to feed the animals. And the thing is, we were like just looking for like a zoo to go to, so I didn't actually know that's like how it was. So we go to the register, we're like, oh, 2 please. And they're like, all right, do you want food too? And I was like, food? I'm like, yeah, to feed the animals. And I was like, well, shit, that sounds like a good idea, yeah. So I bought like a thing of carrots and a thing of like this like little food mix. Had I known before, I would have bought way more food. I only bought 2 cups, some like 1 of carrots and 1 of the mix. But had I known how cool this place was, I would have got way more. I don't know how to get up there. Probably from... Oh, that'd be tough from here, wouldn't it? I can't... It doesn't even look like I can get up on this fountain. There's got to be another way to get up there. Clearly. But this place was really cool, and had I known, I would have bought way more food to give the animals. Yeah, you just, like, you got to pet, like, everything. And, like, the kind of animals that you, like, would be, like, full-on, like, zoo only. Like, I got to feed giraffes, camels. There was, like, a little section you could walk in where there was a bunch of deer, and they were kind of, like, free-roaming, and they weren't, like... It wasn't a situation where they were in a big enclosure. Like, you as a human were going into their enclosure, which was really cool. And they'll just come right up to you if you have your, like, your hand out for food or something. And it was just, like, such a hell of an experience for sure. There we go. Now I got up there. It was just, like, incredible. And I got to feed little piggies. I got to rub them. So there's a vlog of that, too. And, so yeah, it was just like, there's like, those are like some of the few things that I actually detailed on Patreon. So not to like sell you on the Patreon, but hey, if you want to throw $2 or something, I ain't got a problem with that. These videos takes, you know, time and energy to make. Although not much, honestly. I'll be one of those people that'll be honest with you in that regard. I died. Although, Ryan on gaming and reviews, definitely reviews. Reviews are the hardest videos to make. And Let's Talk PlayStation, that's definitely worked. Let's Plays are easy to do, that's why I still do them. Oh, there it is. I was about to say, where is it? So yeah, those are just some of the things I did, and it was like a lot of fun. Trying to think of what else, because there was a lot of stuff I didn't detail on Patreon that I did do this summer. I'm trying to think of real quick. Gotcha, bitch. Pittsburgh, Albany. Oh, we went to Toronto for the first time, too. I've never been to Toronto, by the way, too. That was also very interesting. First time I've been to a really, really... Well, no, I've definitely been to big cities before. But first time I've been to Toronto, which is, like, I consider that, like, a really major city. Like, Pittsburgh was a big city, too. Like, don't get me wrong, but, like, Toronto was, like, full on, like... it's just, like, one of those situations I've never actually been. Like, I've never been to New York City, and so it's tough for me to say, oh, I bet Toronto's like New York City, but I bet Toronto's kind of like New York City in that same regard, where it's like, it's really fucking big, and it's a situation where, you know, you could live there without a car, although a car would obviously help, but yeah, it was just like a, what's this for? What does this do? Oh, okay. Hey, that's all of them. 200 out of 200, and the last dragon right here. But Toronto was cool too. What we did there, I went to
Thank you for releasing
the
me.
Ripley's Aquarium, because obviously, you know, I like my fish. We went to the aquarium. That was a really cool. The problem is we went on a Saturday. Now Saturdays, holy shit, Toronto, a Saturday, Ripley's Aquarium. I was so fucking pissed off at how busy it was. Like, I almost would have like been okay with not going because it was that busy and it was that shitty. Like, so many fucking people. There were so many like exhibits that I couldn't even get remotely close to because there was just so many. Like, it was sickening how close everybody was all bunched up to each other, and it was made me angry that like, apparently people just don't fucking respect personal space and shit. That was so fucking aggravating. Like, I'm gonna kill this guy to get these like extra little, I don't even know what you call them, they're just like little silver balls that add up to give you another Spyro life. Because the last thing I want to do is fucking run out of lives in this game and then do a restart. There we go, I'll pick up more of those later. Now we gotta go to, where is it? The one area down here. Oh, that's where the blimp is. Yeah, over here. Definitely like, it's just like, there's just like, everyone's just like bunched up near you. It's like, does anyone, like, and I understand like that it's hard to, you know, give people space and whatnot when there's so many people around you, but like, I was doing it pretty easy. I don't know why other people weren't. Like, they were just like all up on you, like right now, like, Jesus Christ, like, get the fuck away from me. there was like this little section, and it was really cool, by the way, where the whole like it was like a tunnel basically, and everything around you was the aquarium, which was like super sweet and like super impressive too, because I'm impressed by these things. Ooh, Jesus. As an aquarium hobbyist, like I'm amazed at, like, the ambition of how big these enclosures are and everything. So yeah, it's like a tunnel, and you're actually on like a walking conveyor belt to, like, you know, look at everything and whatnot. And so all you gotta do is step on the conveyor belt, and it carries you through this tunnel, and you can kind of look around and enjoy. And everybody was like this fucking close to each other on the conveyor belt, and it's like, oh my god, like, that's a situation where you could easily not be right next to each other. You could easily just not get on the conveyor belt right away. Like, somebody get on it, wait a little bit, let them move forward, and then you get on it so people have some goddamn space. But no, people were just, like, getting all up on it like crazy. That's the thing. That's what I did. When I was waiting to get on it, I let the person ahead of me go a little bit far ahead, and then I hopped on. And sure enough, the guy behind me gets right fucking next to me, and I was just like, I was looking at my girlfriend Holly, and I was just like, I was like, oh my fucking god. She's like, hold it together, like, don't freak out. And I was like, oh my god, dude. I seriously wanted to turn around to the guy behind me and be like, are you fucking serious? Like, do you not have any fucking concept of personal space? Like, why are you so close to me? It was so fucking aggravating. And then it got to a point where I was, oh shit, I just died. I was going to say, get out of the way, dude. I was widening my stance, like, I was like, so I could, like, so people wouldn't, like, stand near me. Like, I was widening my, like, the stretch of my legs so people wouldn't be super close to me. And for the most part, that actually worked, which sucked, because now I have to be rude to people in order to get my my space away from people. And it's like, I'm not one of those people that, like, you know, I'm all antsy about it and I'm uppity, and I'm not, like, super mean or pissy about it, even though I obviously came off as pretty aggressive. But it's like, why would people not, like, be, you know, why would they not want space? Why would they not want to, you know, have a little bit of privacy and shit? Jesus, you need to hit those guys 2 times. Ah! There we go. Just so I don't fuck that up. Damn. These guys are good, man. These fucking wizards, too, with their staffs. You gotta watch out for them. You never know. You can't trust them. So it's not like I'm, you know, super angry or mean about it, but it's just like, wouldn't anybody want that, you know? Like, that's what I don't get. Jesus Christ. Now I've got, like, literally 0 hits left. Ooh. That was close. There we go. Oh boy. I gotta pay attention now. I don't wanna fucking die again. Those enemies are definitely pretty good. They will get you. Now I don't got sparks either, so I gotta physically touch the gem to pick it up. Nevin, that's an interesting name.
Nasty Nork has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of the artisan world.
Bring him on. I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful, Spyro. This boss has many tricks up his sleeve.
Pretty sure that's the first bit of dialogue I didn't actually talk over so far. I don't know why, but I wanted to listen to that one. Oh my god, this pumpkin, man. And it was really a fucking sheep. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, there's so many of these things. Ugh. I need a sheep. Ooh. Ooh. Ugh. Gotta not die. Gotta not die. Ooh, I need the sparks back. Oh! That was so close. I'm using a DualShock 4 too, so it's wired to the PS3, and I just kind of pulled the PlayStation 3 far back. Oh, he had gems on him, huh? Not even. I was hoping to get sparks back. Did I already get all the dragons here? Yeah, there's only one dragon here. And then I gotta go back and. Wait. Where? Oh, yeah, just this last guy. Okay. I'll see, where's that last gem that I'm missing? There we go. Hundo out of a hundo. This actually is probably not going to take us very long to finish the game. To complete all the parts. And then we'll move on to another game. Oh yeah, that's what I want to talk about. The other choices for this Let's Play and the story. The story of, you guys probably were following on, for the ones that were following me on Twitter when I was, about to post the Twitter poll. I was like, all right, I'm about to post the poll or whatnot. And then I didn't post the poll, and I was like, oh, wait, hold on a second. And then I basically said, oh, my PS3 died, and that was like kind of the problem I was looking at right there. So, obviously the three choices were Spyro the Dragon, Need for Speed Underground for PS2, and then Katamari Damacy, which I'm surprised, like, Katamari Damacy got, like, no votes. I fucking love that game. I'm telling you right now, like, whether it's I force you into voting for it, or if I just say fuck it and I don't do a vote, we're gonna play Katamari Damacy on this channel someday. Because I was actually really hoping like that might win, because that's the thing, that's why I picked those three games, because I wouldn't have minded any one of them. But I really wanted to play Katamari Damacy too. I keep looking, when I look this way, I'm looking at the computer, and I'm looking at myself. When I look up there, that's the camera. Anyway, yeah, I was like full on like, oh, Katamari would be awesome. But anyway, I had just for some reason, I felt that I should probably check my launch 60GB PlayStation 3 just to make sure that it was still working, because I hadn't turned it on in a very long time, and that's usually what I use to record PlayStation 2 games that obviously either don't have an HD remaster, which you'd use that before the original PS2 game to give good quality to the viewer, but that's what I would use if I couldn't either play an HD remaster, or if it was a PS2 classic or something that I could just buy to use it to record it easily that way on my slim PS3. I don't want to have to bust out the fat PS3 all the time, but if I have to, that's always my key to recording PS2 gameplay that I can't. Hey, how's it going, Spyro? Yeah, you can travel to the Peacekeepers if you want. Yeah, go to the Peacekeepers. So I just booted it up. I tried to boot it up just to make sure that it worked, and sure enough, my hunch was right, because my PS3 was not turning on. Well, it was turning on. Like I could plug it in, I get a red light, and obviously the red light is standby mode. And you turn it on, it powers up, but it was only showing a black screen. Like, just straight up a black screen. It wasn't yellow light of death or anything like that. It was just showing a black screen. It was not getting anything. So obviously I did the initial troubleshooting. The initial troubleshooting being to making sure connections are right, try a different TV, try a different cord, do all those variables to slim it down to the system. So, because obviously that's the proper way to troubleshoot if you don't know. Not to explain to you like you're a dumbass, but never assume it's the system right away. Assume that it's everything else, figure out that it's not everything else, and then that's when you would start to realize, okay, it's the PlayStation's problem. Because that's something that a lot of people end up doing, especially with consoles, is they will fucking Jesus, dude. They'll right away think that the console's the problem, but don't do that just yet. Troubleshoot everything else first. Really make sure that it is the television or the cord or something. Try different cords. Do all that shit first. So I did that part. So once I slimmed it down to it being the PlayStation 3, at first I wasn't too concerned. I was like, oh, it's just a black screen. Like, so obviously it must be a software issue or something. So booted it into safe mode. And that's when it started to be a bit of a concern for me. I booted it into safe mode, and safe mode came up, but it was like the screen was all fucked up and blurry, and it said, please connect, the DualShock controller via USB, which is what it will always say when you boot it into safe mode. So it showed that screen, but it was like all blurry, and it didn't look right. I was like, what the hell? But anyway, I plugged in a controller and hitting the PlayStation button, and it was not working. The screen was frozen. So it booted into safe mode, but it booted in not properly, and it wasn't working from that screen. Like this part, you can burn these things. Yeah, and then they show their asses to you. I was just gonna mention that too, but I was in mid-conversation. Look at that. Nice. Look at that square ass. He still shows it to you too. It's almost like he's inviting you to come in. Like, I don't want to be lewd and gross about it, but he's almost inviting you to use his ass. Like, it's kind of little, you know, I mean, this is a children's game too. So that is what happened, right? So I thought, okay, I'll, you know, try to do safe mode again or something. Maybe it was just, you know, I didn't connect the cord well enough or something, so I just, you know, did one of those scenarios again where I did another troubleshoot, just make sure that it was definitely the PlayStation, slimmed it down to that again as well. It was definitely the PlayStation 3 that was doing this. Every time I booted into safe mode, it either wouldn't go into safe mode, even though the, you know, the button beeps would acknowledge that it was going into safe mode. So either it wouldn't display safe mode to me, or when it did, the screen would look kind of distorted, and it wouldn't actually register me plugging in a controller and pressing the PlayStation button. So my really only other option at that point was to... oh, I gotta use the cannons for that. Where did all these guys come from? Oh, they're... Okay, no. I was about to say, they're still people. They're still people. I thought they respawned or something. So after that point, honestly, my only real last resort is changing the hard drive. Maybe the hard drive's corrupted or something. So I swapped a hard drive, and sure enough, same thing. And that's where I kind of like pretty much admitted defeat. Like, there's pretty much nothing else that I'm going to be able to do. And I did this, you know, I spent a good amount of time doing this, like 2.5, 3 hours of, you know, doing initial troubleshooting and then trying a different hard drive. Like, it gets to the point where, how do you move this? I just need to figure out how to move this thing so that it's facing the right direction or something, so I can hit these tanks or something. Yeah, that way. Okay. There we go. Oops. So... oh, that is way too far. That is not what I wanted to do. Unless there's another cannon somewhere. Oops, wrong way again. I don't even think I need the cannon to break these ones, do I? Shit. I need other cannons to break that. So that's when I admitted defeat, when I swapped the hard drive and it still was pretty much giving me the same thing. Which is what I kind of talked about in LTPS. I was like, I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I boiled it down to either an HDMI issue or like a software issue, which it looks like it's a combination of both. Clearly HDMI is giving me like a weird sort of look. Component obviously too wasn't really working, so I guess it would be more of a software issue. Same with composite as well. So yeah, that's kind of like what happened. I kind of just said, fuck it, like this, there's pretty much nothing I can do. Like, like in my hands, of course. Like, surely this could probably be something. Oh, feeling a sneeze. Like, surely this is something that maybe like Sony repairs could fix. But like in terms of anything I can do, like there's pretty much nothing. That was pretty much it. Like, nothing I can do. How do I get over there? Am I stupid or something? Shit. I keep fucking up. Ugh, God. Gross. Yeah, what the deuce? How do I get over there? Is there something I'm not seeing? Oh, pff. Here's how you get over there. There's probably a cannon over there. Oh, no, never mind. That just leads me to Ice Cavern. How many? Yeah, it's 200 here. What are we doing on time? Ooh, we're almost out of time. That means we better figure this out quick. No, stop falling in the purple lava. Ah, there it is. Now I see it. I knew it was something like that, dude. I knew it was something involving like the cannons. I just didn't see it. Son of a bitch. we're almost done with this part anyway. Anyway, the reason about the PS3 was such a concerning thing was that was how I was going to record either Katamari Damacy, which actually does have a PS2 Classic, so I wouldn't have been too boned there. I just would have had to buy the PS2 Classic. But I would have definitely been boned if Need for Speed Underground 1, because then I would have had no way to record the gameplay on that. Because I don't actually have capture software for PlayStation 2, which I actually used to have it. Now I don't, so I would have been screwed there. I would have had to buy... Do they even make them like an HDMI converter for PlayStation 2 games? I would imagine they do. I don't actually know offhand. But I would have either had to have done that or like just bought another 60 gigabyte PlayStation 3 somehow, you know? Like I would have had to do something like that. Like I wouldn't have had any other choice. This fucking guy. There we go. Ooh, I almost got two of those things at the same time. I would have probably broke the game. There we go. We got our third egg. Rescued Gunnar.
Well done.
So thankfully, Need for Speed Underground didn't win. You know what? If it would have won, this the part 1 of the Let's Play probably like would have been postponed. Like it probably wouldn't have been able to go up Monday because I would have had to solve some sort of solution. Because at a certain point after the PS3, after I realized my PlayStation 3 broke, I just like tweeted, "Fuck it, I'll put the poll up. I'll figure it out later." So thankfully Spyro the Dragon won, so it wasn't going to be too, like, obviously this is easy for me to record, because I just have the PS1 Classic, we could just do it that way. I even have the PS1 disc for this game, so we would have been A-okay there. Oops. Fucking fell in the thing again. Yeah, this doesn't take a key. What? I have to use a cannon for this. What cannon? And also, where is the thing for this? Because I know I just picked up a fucking key. Well, you know, if I have to cut footage, I have to cut footage. These are the things that have to happen sometimes. Oh yeah! Shit. I remember, I knew that too, like, I knew that area was over there, I just didn't connect that we can get over there now. Now let's get a good running start, now we can glide over there. It still doesn't solve the problem of how I opened that other thing, though. Because we're clearly not going to have all the gems from all this. Oops. Unless we do, because then that'd be weird. Yeah, 195. We're missing 5. And if I was a betting man, I'd say it's in that metal chest, which I do not know how to open. It is metal. Oh, I'm way too close to the, it's cutting my face off. How? Open. How do I do it? There's not the head button, the head slam in this game, right? Who am I kidding? There's no control screen for this game. This is how long ago? Oh wait, can't you lower the trajectory of these things too? Can't you like lower it so it's not super high up? Wow. You just have to aim it directly at it. Well, remember earlier when I shot it and it went all the way in the fucking back? I thought it was aimed pretty good. Alright. Well, it seems like every part of Spyro the Dragon will at least have one little section where we're looking for gems or we're missing some area or something. So we'll see how many times I'll do that. We'll see how many times it takes until I have a clean part where there's no issues. Anyway, I'll see you all for part 3.